I accidentally pressed stop instead of pause. We get 2 videos today. I just wanted to take a quick moment and say hello. Hello. Just had to burp him real fast. We're going to get back to our video, but this is the reason why I've been gone, but I'm still trying to be here for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to pause. As you can see, I have erased almost all of my lines. I got that ear left. Oh, I hear you. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my bear. You can still kind of see, some lines or where the lines were. I did my best. It's not 100%, but that's okay. Alright, there is our head done. And now we are going to add in some fun, bright colors in the sweater. Okay, we want to do colors, different colors. You could do like a few different colors. You could do like a rainbow of colors, but we want to save black in here for last. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to pattern each one. So this one, and then the middle one, and then the bottom one. And I did 3 sections. You guys could do more than that, but if you only have 2 sections, I would say at least 2 sections, okay? And you could do all kinds of shapes, right? You could do stars, you could do hearts, you could do cats. Make it one of those ugly sweaters. You could, ugly sweaters, but I like ugly sweaters. I think they're fun. You could, let's see, I did zigzags, dots, stripes. You could do diamonds, squares. I did like the arches. You could do all kinds of stuff. Alright, just get creative with it. So, let's see. I think I'm going to do stars in my top one. Wish me luck. Usually I do like, it's hard to see with the yellow. Here, let's see. And I'm going to be doing this upside down and sideways. So, we will see how it turns out. Usually I go in like that, and then up and down, and it's about a star. Right, if you go to color it in, and you're like, oh, that part of the star is so much smaller, you could always make it a little bit bigger. Kind of even it out a little bit more. It won't be perfect. It's hard to do stars. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay. So, I'm going to do like stars and a color around it in this first one. And I'm going to go in, I'll do some zigzags and squares, but so that you don't have to sit here and just watch me color. I'm going to pause again. I'll check in with you. And then when we're done coloring just about the whole thing, the only thing in this one that I ended up leaving white were these strips that went down between my squares. Okay, so we want to color it real good. Don't sit there and really color one spot over and over and over and over though, because then eventually you'll rip the paper. Okay, we don't want that to happen because we don't want your art to get ruined. So just enough to fill it in. You don't need extra beyond that. All right, I'll pause. Happy coloring. Okay, so something I want to show you that I find helpful when I am coloring things, especially with something like marker that you can't erase, is it's always helpful to go in and outline so that you give yourself a little bit of like a buffer space to make it easier to stay in the lines when you're coloring. Right, so I outlined my star. I'm going to outline, my sweater. just in this area that I'm going to do purple. And my other stars, and give just a little bit of a border. And then that way, when I go in and I color right in here, it just gives a little bit more room and makes it easier to stay in the lines when you're coloring. See that? Okay, so keep coloring. Okay, so I have colored in some fun patterns on my sweater, different ones in each section. And apparently a lot of my markers are fading, so lots of purples. That's okay. But what we're going to do now is, after we have all of this colored in, we're going to take our black marker and we're going to outline it to really bring out those details. You see how much better that one back there looks outlined? And you can even add extra stuff too. All right, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to outline the sweater itself, right? So along the neck and down the sides. And on this side. I'm going to do the stars. Oh, right, we're going to do the lines in between. Right, so the sections. So I'm going to split these back up. Okay, those lines going across, down the sides, the neck. I'm going to do it on all of my other stuff. So my stars, my zigzags, diamonds. Every time there is a different color, I'm going to add in a line. Alright, so I'm separating, whoops, my pink from my green from my blue. Even a line between my pink and my blue here. Let's see, got all the ones in that one. Okay, and as you're going along too, and you're adding in the black outline, if you want to add in other things with your black, other designs, then you can, right? So maybe inside of my stars, I want to do a smaller black star. Or I just want to do the outline of one, but these are really small, so I'm going to just do them black. Or maybe as I'm going along, I want to do like some dashes. Or I want to do some circles. These are more ovals, but that's okay. Maybe you want some of these sections to be totally colored black. And now would be the time to do it. You want to do black last because when you're coloring with markers, black is the darkest color, and sometimes when it's still wet and you accidentally overlap your colors, that black starts to bleed into your bright, beautiful colors, and it makes it look not quite so beautiful and bright. So black is last. Right, or maybe inside of my diamonds, I want to do hearts. Okay, so you can add in some extra details if you want. Okay, so those will be the last steps. of your drawing, unless you wanted to go the extra mile. And if you wanted to, you could cut out your bear and glue it on to another piece of paper. And that can especially help for this part of the bear, the head, to really pop out so that it doesn't get lost on this white page. So I think I'm going to try that with this one. It didn't happen quite so much with this bear because I used a darker brown color, but with this lighter peachy tan color, peachy tannish orange color, I feel like it doesn't pop as much. So I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to glue it on a background paper, and I'm going to check it out and see. I'm curious. So maybe I'll do it on like, no, not yellow. I wish I had paper that had some kind of design on it, because I think that would look really nice, like striped or something like that, but I do not have any of those papers. Maybe I'll just do it on like black. Nice neutral. Right? Okay, so I'm going to try that. I'll pause and I'll show you how it looks, and then you can decide, your teacher's decision, of course, but you guys can decide as a class if you want to do that or not. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my bear on a background paper, and I like it. I think it really helps my bear to stand out a lot more with those lighter colors. That light is just so bright. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. Sorry. Figuring out how I go on the camera can be challenging. Okay, so if that's something you guys want to do, you can. Super excited to see your art. Please send me photos. I'm sorry I couldn't be there live in person, any of those things, but I will be coming back in the fall too, so we'll have more time together. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.